Hey guys, it's me Delta One here with Airsoft Talk. Sorry if there was a delay at the beginning. YouTube Uploader is being weird. I'm gonna move this out of the way because you don't want to know what that is. Anyways, today I'm having a non-airsoft related video. So if you don't like the video, that doesn't mean you have to hit the dislike button. Just don't watch it. Because I've been in a lot of debate. I'm gonna try a different video here today. I have pretty much completed my Mosin Nagant collection, which is for real steel. If you don't know what a Mosin Nagant is, a Mosin Nagant is a World War II and World War I Russian rifle. It's bolt action. They're pretty straightforward. They're called 9130s. Is one of the many names they have, and models and all sorts of stuff. Just a quick overview. Everybody's used Mosins. Even we have, as the American military. At one point, we tried using them. It was a very short period of time, and basically, what happened is it didn't work out, and basically, they ended up selling them for only $2 or $3, literally, $2 or $3. Now, for the people who do shoot Mosins and knows what Mosins are, you're probably crying just as much as I did when I first heard that, because I was like, could buy like a lot. I could buy like 1,000 Mosins, literally. Anywho, I got one of the most recent Mosins I got, which I'm actually pretty happy about. I got this. This is a M38, I believe. I was doing some research and I couldn't figure out if it was an M38 or not, so maybe y'all will be able to tell me, because it has the cutout indication for the M44 bayonet, which evidently is nowhere on here. I've taken it apart. Now, if you notice the bolt, it is kind of rusted and whatnot, but I didn't pay too much for this, because most M38s are kind of expensive. I paid about $170 bucks. Now, there's nothing in the chamber. I would stick my finger in there. I've already reassured, and looked down the sight and whatnot. I mean the bore, but it's kind of greasy and whatnot. It still needs to be clean. So the M38 I paid $170 bucks for, and I don't know how I get these deals. I really don't. Now I know there's going to be people on here that are going to say, oh, I paid $100 bucks for my Mosin. Well, see, you have a regular Mosin, most likely. Just throwing it out there. Now, you can buy regular Mosins right now. You can get grade B Molot ones from like Classic Firearms or something along the lines of that. But they're grade B, and basically what grade B is, if a regular Mosin is a grade A, you can imagine what a grade B is. Basically not that great. And Mosins don't really always come in that great a condition already. But I did some research into it, and they just come kind of beat up, like the stock and whatnot. But one of the things I've noticed lately is all the Mosins and all that have been coming in have been coming with severe rust. And by severe rust, I mean anywhere from, it's worst case scenario, 1/16 of an inch of rust out of the barrel, like from the outside, to 1/64 of an inch. So that kind of causes me concern, because I want to get a crate of Mosins. Good investment. Now, let me tell you about some of the stuff about the M38. Now, you may be wondering, what makes an M38 so special? Basically, for every like 4 or 5 of the M44s that were produced, only one of these were made. And what these were used for, which is really interesting, is these were used for cavalry units, and that was for World War II, which is, I mean, that's gotta suck. They're like, comrade, here is Mosin Nagant, here is horse, go fight tank. I'd be like, damn it. And then I'd probably be like, for the motherland. But that would just be me. But that's just kind of cool. I mean, the history behind rifles like this, I mean, you can't get a piece of World War II history for cheaper than this. That's a firearm. Also, these were used for artillery units, so on and so forth. And, this was just the history behind these are cool. Now, it does, if you don't know and you're new to Mosins and you're watching this video, this gun fires a 30 caliber round called the 7.62x54R. If you're wondering why there's an R there, it stands for rimmed cartridge. Rimmed cartridges are pretty much out of date. Nothing that I know of, I could be wrong on this, but nothing that I pretty much know of uses rimmed cartridges besides this. I mean, but however, this is cheap to shoot. You can't shoot a Mauser cheaper than you can one of these. Reason being is because Mauser ammo is pretty much gone. The surplus of what you find that is out is gone. I mean, JG Gun Sale's gotten a shipment of surplus, but it's corrosive. I wouldn't want to shoot corrosive ammo out of a Mauser unless it was like a Yugo. But if you're shooting a German Mauser, go buy nice ammo. Now, the surplus for this is drying up. Now, I know you've probably heard this before. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to take in anything I say. But they don't mass produce it to sell to the public anymore. What we see and what we have is basically what is left. That's why ammo has kind of gone up on Mosins. And prices of Mosins will go up dramatically here very soon. I'm going to predict that. Now, other than that, it costs roughly anywhere from 17 to 19 cents a round to fire one of these, which is fairly cheap for a 30 caliber weapon. The cheapest I've ever seen 308 ammo, which is right now, was for brass surplus corrosive US made ammo, and it was about 48 cents a round for 20. That was about 10. It was $9.49 a box. So, you can get pretty much for another $7 on top of that. You can get something called like PPU or like Privad Privets or something like that. It's made in Serbia, which is former Yugoslavia. And basically, that ammo, I've been doing a lot of research on it. There's a guy that does a lot of historical classic shooting that I've watched. And basically, he said he reloaded each cartridge over 20 times that he's used, which is extremely impressive to me, because my reloading knowledge is very, very limited. So don't quote me on anything, but I've always been told the rule of thumb is, 6 to 8 times, and then, but I looked up and talked to some reloaders, and they said, yeah, that's good stuff. They would recommend it over Cilio and Billiette or whatever it's called. I can never pronounce it. Anyways, back to this. The reason why I'm making a video on this is because I have pretty much completed most of my Mosin collection. I have the Hex PU sniper, which you see right there. The Mosin you see right there is an X sniper. Mosin below it is kind of rare. I wouldn't go out of my way to say it's a collector, but it is a Tula. It's a Tula 1936 round receiver with beautiful machining, and it's got a maker's marks on it. So I just kind of stumbled across that one on accident. I got lucky. And then I have 2 M44s, and then I have like 2 more 9130s. And I have this. Now, I've got the Hex receiver, I've got the round receiver, I've got the Tulas, I've got the M44s. I don't know how far I'm going to go to say as I have every type of Mosin, because they do make one called the M38 Dragoon, which is kind of rare. I've never heard of it, and never seen one, and yeah. So, basically, this Mosin is cool because of the history fact behind it. Now, it does need some work. There was some rust in the barrel, but it was very minor. Basically, I'm going to go have the barrel polished and whatnot. I've got a gunsmith that lives by me that's really good. He actually did my Ruger 1022 Barrett, which I should probably make a video on. If so, request it. It's going to be a webcam video for now. I'm going to be doing webcam videos on here for the time being, because Comcast loves to just take advantage of people and screw them over out of their internet. So literally, to upload a 10-minute video takes 4 hours. So I hate you, Comcast. Anyways, let me know what you think of this. I'm gonna do a quick, close run by, make sure that this is an M38. I just question it because of the cutout right there. I'm hoping I just didn't buy some butchered Mosin, but yeah. Well, guys, I'm gonna upload a video on another pistol I got. I want to make a separate video about it. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, life is good.